How many hours of satsangs and gatherings do you think you've watched? Ugh, me too. And of course, it can be pleasurable and there's nothing wrong with that. But let's be honest, what are we really here for? Awakening, right? Not to become people who have collected a very sophisticated set of ideas about why it is we don't exist. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but that's a whole thing now, this non-dual identity. I don't exist, and here are my extensive thoughts all about it. And if we've been in that place, we're not alone. But here's something important. If we could think our way or listen our way to enlightenment, wow, what fun would that be? The game would be up. We'd all be done by now. The problem with a lot of non-duality teaching, especially the kind that claims there's nothing to do, there's nowhere to go, is that the people saying that, they have often spent years and years doing self-enquiry to arrive at the point that they can turn around to us and say, well, there's nowhere to go, just be here. And from non-duality, yes, that is the paradoxical truth. That is why it's called the pathless path and the gateless gate. Because indeed, the non-dual truth, it is already here. It goes nowhere. And it's nothing that we need to earn because we already have it. We just can't necessarily see it and know it until it comes into focus. And we can bring it into focus. I'm going to share with you precisely how you can claim that clear seeing using a Zen technique that really authentically, no BS, actually works. So I urge you, don't call off the search too soon. You really are onto something or no thing. And the reason that we're drawn to keep watching videos like this is because something in us knows this. It knows it's available, but we're not going to get it secondhand. We're not going to wake up through a hand-me-down awakening where somebody sits on a pedestal answering questions from a place of knowing. I know and you don't know. And we watch and we nod and things resonate and our awareness might expand, but there's something not fully clicking. There's something we're still missing. And it can feel with those type of teachers that they've climbed a ladder and then pulled it up behind them. And listen, I'm not saying teachers and pointings don't matter and can't be enormously helpful because they can and they do. But awakening, it's not indirect experience, it's direct experience. It's not borrowed. It's not, I understand now, because truth, it isn't something we understand. It's something we become. We can know the unknowable, but not through somebody else's knowing. And if we've watched 10,000 hours of non-duality videos, then as experts, we already know this. We can't get it with the intellect. We can't concept our way into truth or clever our way into freedom. Yes, teachers can give us glimmers, those gorgeous glimmers of recognition where something shifts, where we feel space open, where the world can get really quiet and it's lovely. And we can go, oh my goodness, it feels close. Is this it? Is it happening? And so we come back for more and more morsels, more openings, more insights. But here's the catch. When those glimmers are mostly reflections coming from another, they're not self-sourced. And that creates a very specific trap, the guru effect. We feel amazing whilst listening. We feel lit up when we're in their field, but step away and it's like we drop back into the shadows, back into our patterns, back into doubt, back into the old mind and the minding of stuff. And we start thinking, well, maybe it's me. I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I'm not ready enough. Maybe I'm just not one of the lucky ones, or I'm not blessed. No, absolutely not. Let's not settle for that. Let's not become collectors of concepts. Because yes, granted, I must note there are rare cases where a teacher burns so brightly with the light of realization that when we get close enough, we can whoosh, catch fire. But it's rare, and rare isn't good enough. We're not here to become spiritual spectators. We are here to plug into the mains, to know that we know, to shine from that place of non-dual knowing that is absolutely available to ordinary fools like me and you everywhere. Because something in us remembers. It remembers. That is why we're here. And that's why we haven't quit. Out of all the videos in all the world, you are here. And if any of this is landing, don't just watch another Rupert video. Do it. Your own self-inquiry. That is what leads to awakening. And there's a very effective way to do that self-inquiry using Zen Koans. In my next video, on koans and how to use them, I'm going to give you the most reliable key I know to open the door to enlightenment for ourselves. Woohoo! So subscribe if you want that next step. And I must say, the irony of asking you to subscribe on this particular video, well, it's not lost on me, but this is a new channel. And I want to freely give this key to as many people as possible. So you liking, commenting, and hitting subscribe, well, it helps me reach people. And if you are ready to break through, check out our breakthrough intensive retreats. I would love to meet you on one. Love to you, wherever you are.